Tony's over here messing around, talking to people in the stands like usual. He's got his thunder sticks going. Aces win. What was the final score?
88-74.
88-74. Did they cover the spread, Tony?
It was -9. I told you that in the pregame show. Take it to the bank.
He did take it. He did take it to the bank. Well, I don't think you didn't bet, did you? No. Aces win, going away. Really blew it open late in the third quarter. Behind their big guns again. Kayla McBride, Asia Wilson. Carolyn Swords comes in. We talked to her before the game. Double-double, 12 and 10. Phenomenal game. And we talked about Kelsey Plum looking really good pregame, hitting everything she threw up. She added, another 12, I believe, in the game. So overall, just a really even game for everybody, and they put it away. Still one game out of a playoff spot, unfortunately. Connecticut won, but they're right there playing good basketball.
Yeah, so 12 and 10. I want to talk about Swords first. She was on our pregame show, and Carolyn Swords came in off the bench. The bench fared very well in this game this afternoon. And not only did she have the 12 and 10, but she also was plus 19 when she was on the floor and a good physical presence inside. And we saw one sequence where she blocked a couple of shots. They gave her 4 blocks on the afternoon, but we know that she had 5.
She had 5.
Yeah, she definitely had 5. And but she played very well, and she added a really good spark, and she was the catalyst, I think, by blocking a couple of shots in one sequence that really started to get the flow going in the direction of the Aces.
The sequence you're talking about, it was, I believe it was 55-51. The Aces were up. Getting late in the third quarter, and Indiana had the ball with a chance to make it a one-possession game, and Swords got the block, and they never looked back from there. They went on, I believe, an 18-6 run after that point and really just put the game away. Kayla McBride, I mean, not a ton of points tonight, but the ones she had were big. They were big in key moments, a couple really good three-pointers there, and then that reverse layup she had in the fourth quarter, which really just kind of put it away. Indiana calls a timeout, and that was pretty much it.
Not only the reverse layup, which came at a pivotal time in the game, but she also early on created a shot that, I don't know, came out of – she just scooped it up and in. She found a shot. Like, she can get a shot off, and that's what's most impressive. Now, Coach Bill Laimbeer talking to the media during the post-game presser saying that, this team now is finding out who they are. They started off 1-7, and now they're just one game under the 500 mark. Not quite sure that they really want to see the All-Star break happen right now, although mentally Laimbeer says that they need a break. And we heard Kayla McBride tell us during the post-game presser when she came out to talk to the media that she feels as though Asia Wilson's a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued, and those two players now have to go and play in the All-Star game. It's a big week, and, when this team comes back, they have to somehow find this momentum. Somehow they have to get it back.
Well, the good thing is, good or bad, depending on how you look at it, when they get back, August 1st is the first game back. They play every other night for 10 straight days, I believe. Then they get 2 days off, and they have another couple of games in 4 or 5 nights. So they're not going to have a lot of time to sit back and relax once they get back to it in August. So hopefully they can carry that momentum. Kayla talked about it being more mental than physical. She said, this is what we do. We play basketball. Physically, she thinks they'll be okay. She also mentioned no time to hit the rookie wall for Asia Wilson. She's not allowed to do that, apparently, as far as Kayla's concerned. Kayla's the leader of the team, so I don't think Asia has a choice in the matter.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun All-Star weekend for those two players. I think they're going to really enjoy what they're doing, meeting other players. That's what Asia Wilson said that she'd like to do, and I just think catching up with some old friends. We just saw Tiffany Mitchell was on the court with Asia Wilson, those two teammates at South Carolina. They were just hamming it up for their Instagram game, I guess, if nothing else. But real good feeling here and a great crowd. I don't know what they announced as far as the crowd is concerned. There had to be more than 4,000 in this building that holds 7,000. So they'll probably say about 5. But Laimbeer also joking that it was a late arriving crowd. I thought we were in L.A. for a minute here.
We got the Dodger fans coming to games now. I don't know what's going on. But, we talk about it every week that we're here. We're impressed by the environment out here. It's the WNBA. It's kind of a niche thing. It doesn't have the following of the major sports and things like that. But these girls, they get out here. They play really good basketball. They play tough basketball. They give the fans everything that they've got, and they're very receptive to the fans. And I think the fans here appreciate that. They understand it. And they're engaged throughout the entire game. It's loud in here all the time. It's a good crowd. Vegas has good fans.
Yeah, and we saw the Plumheads tonight. They had a whole gang of fans in the end zone on the far end tonight that were they had the fatheads, for Kelsey Plum,
What about the
Plum
buckets, too?
signs, the buckets babes.
Yeah.
Don't go there. Yeah, just don't go there. But no,
Everybody's having
but
fun.
I was about to talk a little bit more about Kelsey Plum, who now she gets a little bit of a breather because she's been playing hoops, played in Europe, right?
Yeah.
Came into camp a little bit late here. They're finally finding some chemistry, but now you have a player like Kelsey Plum who could really be a good contributor in the third option. She's starting to get into the flow of this offense. You're really starting to get that feeling that she will be the number 3 option, and they'll have, again, we talked about this during the pregame show, Matt, the good inside and outside game.
Well, we mentioned Park with the great assist out of a double team in the post. I think that's what you need for Plum to get more involved in the offense. You need to see more of that. You need to see the bigs like her and Wilson and Swords being able to pass out of the post and get the ball back outside, because that's where she's great. And you saw her today with 12 points. Really smooth stroke tonight. She looked really comfortable out there. But when she can get the ball in space out there coming from the inside, deadly shot. She's got a great left-hand shot.
Yeah, I think that this team will be more dangerous as they get more familiar with each other. And also, they have to get out to a quick start. They're just not a fast-starting team. Once again tonight, Bill Lambier said that he felt as though they started a little sluggish, a little lethargic. That was his word. But I think once they start to get that feeling of getting into the flow, a lot quicker early on in games, they're going to be a much better, much more efficient team. And once again, though, in the second half, defensively, that's what really helped this team turn the corner and pull out a big victory here tonight.
Big win, moves the Aces to 12-13. Again, one game out of the playoff spot. All-Star break now. They have some rest coming up. They'll be back in this building August 1st, 7 o'clock tip. Against Phoenix. So Diana Taurasi come to town. That's another big game. They just went to Phoenix the other day and won. So looking forward to that game. They should hopefully get another win there and move closer to a playoff spot.
What would you say? Every other day after that?
Every other day,
And
yeah.
and then 3 games on the road and then back at home again. So 3 out of the first 5 coming out of the break are going to be on the road. So they had better be prepared mentally and physically for the challenge there.
If this was a Golden Knights road trip, he'd already be calling for 3 losses, no points on the road
4
trip.
losses.
4 losses in 3 games, yeah. So there you go. From Mandalay Bay, Tony, Matt, Aces win, 12-13 record, going to the All-Star break. See you later.
Good night.